up YouTube? LazeeLlama here, and here I'm back with some more Melvor Idle. If you have missed the last episode, make sure to go check it out. A lot has happened in that episode. It was a pretty big episode for us, so make sure you check that one out. If you're enjoying the series, make sure to smack the like button, guys. I really do appreciate it. I am absolutely in love with this game. My hype for it has not died at all, and I don't know, I feel like it's getting to be a problem. I just, every day I'm just so excited to see the progress I make. So I'm going to do is sell all these gems I've been mining with the gem gloves we have, just kind of make a little bit of, or liquidate, I should say, some of our cash. I mean, obviously we already made all this. Liquidate some of this. I'm going to do a couple things here in the shop. I'm going to make sure we do it with you guys. I'm going to get a multi-cut tree right now. Boom. Done. Let's grab a couple bank slots. I'm not going to go crazy with them, but it's not an issue to go pop in here and pop up a little bit. I mean, we have 10 million gold here, so let's get up here a couple slots, get ourselves up to like 50 slots. That'll give us plenty of room to get going on some of the stuff I plan to get going on. We're going to be prepping for combat this episode, maybe doing a little bit of combat, but I know last episode I mentioned that we'd probably be doing combat. I think this is going to be more of a prep episode. We're going to prep up, we're going to be aiming for, I think we'd actually buy this. Oh no, we can't, we need the wood. So we're going to be aiming for the cooking, getting going on some cooking. We're going to do a little bit of fishing for some better food than what I have before we can really get into combat a little bit. I'm going to buy, I already have 14,000 of these charges. I'm going to actually set up with some mining coal overnight, and I'm not doing that without a dumb amount of charges. So we're going to spend a lot of money. You got to think, a lot of this money I'm going to get back when I basically turn all this coal into what's it called? Mytho bars, and then make those mytho bars into body plates, which is what we're going to do for XP. So I'm just going to kind of go a little crazy. You got to remember I have 14,000 charges worth of gems that I can just put those gloves on and make a lot of money back. 14,000 charges is quite a bit. I mean, you got to remember I started with a pair of gloves and built up to this. So a pair of gloves is 2,000 charges, and I built up to the point where I have all this money and can kind of keep going. And I have not sold any ore I've mined since I've been on the real grind. So I'm thinking, I don't want to spend everything I have, but let's get like 20,000 charges for overnight, which is double coal. So that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit over. We're doing pretty good. I've been actually spending some of our coal here. I'm not actually mining right now. I've actually been doing smithing, making some bars. The idea with smithing is going to be make as much as I can in the bars, and then eventually, or even whenever I need a little bit of money, we pop it here, we pop down to mithril, and we pop these out. It does not as efficient money-wise breakdown as these are. I'd make more money if I did these, but you gotta think the XP I'm getting more XP, actually, yeah, because this uses 3 bars. I guess it's realistically the same efficiency. It's just a little faster to obviously do it this way. This, however, would actually be better money and the same XP per bar. Are they all the same XP per bar? Yeah, they look like they are. Anything that costs 3 bars is the same XP. But you do get more money from this too. However, it's just going to be better to go with this because we're going to go through 5 rather than 3 at a time. So it'll significantly speed up time, kind of just getting there, which is realistically, I'm doing this for the XP, not for the money. If I was doing money, I'd be making something like Dragon. I definitely think would end up making more money if I got my mining skill with Dragon up. But I wanted to get into a bit of woodcutting. So we can actually throw ourselves down in some woodcutting, see how much XP we get here. It probably doesn't take very long to level up, but now once we get level 10, we'll actually be able to cut 2 trees at once, and I kind of want to showcase that and check it out. But I need to get 500 normal trees to get the campfire, so then I don't have to make a fire every time I cook a fish. And I'll need to do a little bit of fishing, which, again, probably do all that off camera. And again, we'll probably do a little bit of combat this episode. That's going to be kind of the idea here. Alright, there it is, level 10. So we can start mining 2 at the same time, or cutting 2, I should say, which is going to be crazy fast XP, I feel like. I feel like wood cutting is going to go so much faster than anything else. And I mean, we can already pop in here and grab another X, which I'm just going to upgrade that any chance I notice it, because it's going to be nothing to do. Again, my main focus right now isn't woodcutting, but I wanted to get that done, so I felt like I could do woodcutting off camera and kind of get that grinding for, the next update we give you guys. But again, mainly going to be focusing on smithing and mining overnight for sure, and then smithing throughout the day probably. I'll let it mine overnight, get a ton, and then before I go in for work, I will set smithing up and just kind of let that go throughout the day, do its thing, make a ton in there, and then we'll kind of get going. Probably doing fishing when I get home from work tomorrow. After, obviously, I do a tad bit of wood cutting. We need to at least get 500 logs, which realistically isn't going to take very long. These cut pretty quick. I mean, 2.55. I mean, longer than mining right now, but again, we're doing 2 at the same time. We're going to level it up, going to get better axes. It's going to go relatively fast, I think, so we'll see. Alright, guys, so I've been getting a little bit done here. As you can see, working on some smithing. I've mined up a ton of those, went through all those charges. Actually even bought more. I mean, we're down pretty low on the money. However, I did actually buy the tier 1 of auto eat, because if you can see, I did a little bit of training. All my skills are 20, actually defense is 21, because I left it going a little long. I did that one last, so. But yeah, that means we can earn mithril armor. If you pop down here to milestones, we check out defense. You can see we can be using mithril armor as well as technically using mithril weapons. I did make myself a mithril sword and scimitar, which seem to be the 2 best swords to use. Use scimitar for strength. It also seems like it's the most efficient way to kill things. However, if you're training a different stat like attack or defense, to use the normal sword. So if we come here, you'll see that I actually currently have equipped the mithril sword, but I also have a mithril scimitar chilling right here. So yeah, but we're gonna make some armor. I actually made 1,000 of the plate bodies already because, you know, I was just testing out how much 1,000 roughly would be worth. So 1,000 is roughly about 300 cash, a little less because I'm, you know, 59 over. But I want to get into this, so I was working on those. I did a bit of wood cutting. You'll see my wood cutting's up. I did a tiny bit of fishing, a bit of fire making, and a bit of cooking, obviously, to cook some fish. We actually have some stuff we can sell here. That's all burnt stuff. This is all burnt stuff. And then this is, a lot of this is trash from fishing, which I figured I'd show you guys all the weird items you get that I don't think you can use for anything as far as my knowledge goes. If I can, these you can. You can actually upgrade these into bowstrings. So I can just all of a sudden I have 7 bowstrings. Now, which I'll need for fletching later on to make either bows or just to, I guess, make bows to use or to make bows to sell. One or the other. But I don't think any of this stuff is worth anything. So you get a lot of that. I bought up to 75 bank slots. They're getting expensive. I still have my 2 gloves, of course. We have a decent bit of these tokens lying around, which I'll end up using. And then again, there's the scimitar, which you can't seem to actually upgrade. However, you can actually upgrade these. So like I'll put this to 1, and if I go to upgrade, I think you just need a silver. Oh, you need 175 silver bars. So you know what? Maybe I'll do that real quick. Oh, I'll need a lot of silver bars. I'm not gonna do it with mithril because mithril's realistically not the best. I'm gonna equip that though, which allows me to get rid of that. I'll get rid of that after. I'm not gonna lock the armor. You can see I lock these because I'm swapping them in and out. I'm really not gonna be swapping armor. I also bought the mining cape, which cost 1 mil, but it does give you melee defense, so it's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm pointing this out last episode either. I got a amulet of glory from the weird spinning event, the wheel thing that we got. So that's pretty decent. It's got some decent stats to it. Stab bonuses, strength bonuses, and even a little melee defense. Been killing a lot of seagulls and chickens. And so as long as I don't accidentally die versing something and we don't lose this mining cape, I can keep it equipped while I'm going. However, it's not a bad idea just to pull it off when I'm when I'm not actually mining. It's really not. It doesn't do a difference in either other way. So it doesn't give me really it gives the deep like the armor. So like I'm gonna wear it. Did I lock it already? I did. But I wanted to kind of show you that. It is worth, but you got to be careful because it's a mill just on the line. If you die, you have a chance to lose that. I have a bunch of bones I can actually use to get some prayer. But let's get some stuff made up. Let's go to smithing. Let's go to mithril gear. We have the body. We need a pair of legs, so we'll make that real quick. We need a pair of, or a shield, which again I have all this already. All the ores already made, so it doesn't really matter. We need some boots, helmet. And I think just gloves. And that should be everything. We pop at the bank. If I actually put these on, I'm actually going to lock these, and I'll show you why in a minute, because when I put these on, see, yeah, these lock, it's because I swapped them up for these gloves, and I don't want to accidentally sell my gloves. So if I lock them, I can't accidentally sell them. Let's equip all of these, and again, upgrading them all, looks like they all take 175. I'm not going to do that probably, honestly, until we get rune armor, which, you know, won't be for a little bit. I'll probably upgrade those, and then I think the next upgrade would be a lot of gold, so I'll do that. That won't be a big deal. I'll either mine gems while I do it, or, you know, that's probably what I'll do, because we'll get coal anyways. So where I can put my other gloves on, but to mine double the ore, just do it faster. But I probably won't do that for anything other than coal right now. Because that's really all we need. We need so much more coal than I have. But I want to open up these bird nests I got, which will give us a ton of seeds. Because I want to try to get going on a little bit of farming if I can. And I have all these herb sacks as well that I want to open too. So, but no, so now I have a ton of seeds. This is why I bought a bunch of bank slots, because I'm going to start filling up my inventory with random garbage. But you'll see I should be wearing a fully equipped of, yeah, mithril now. So I've got a lot more defensive stats than I did before. My defense is going to be up there quite a bit compared to what it was. And I was already tanking those seagulls pretty good. So I'm feeling good about that. Again, this is just a pretty big update. I'm going to be doing a bit of farming. You can't do anything here till level 5. Like, I can't unlock that until level 5. Trees is 15. And I can actually unlock that. Oh. I think I have 3 ointment spots. Okay. So you'll see that you can put compost. To basically, every piece of compost gives a 20%. Does it say here? No, I think it's in the store. I was reading it somewhere. Oh yeah, 10% chance to grow. So that's nice and all. It is nice. So you need to apply 5. You can apply up to 5, I believe, to get 50% chance to grow. This fills farming compost to 100 per use. So I think that would give me all 5 right off the bat and just cost some rune essence. I seem to be mining 2 rune essence at a time. I think that's just normal. But I already mined like 200 something. So what I'm gonna do is buy. Yeah, we'll buy. I spent 100,000 on 200 of those, and then I just leave it here. Oh, I need 1,000 to do that, obviously, but we could do a little bit for now. Now I have the compost. If I do that, I'll have to mine up some more pure essence, because I doubt I have very much of that left anymore. Yeah, 20. But now I have a lot of this goop, which should instantly set up it should be better with just using a little bit of rune essence that does not take much time to get. And that's 20 different times the farming. So now I've brought down the farming. I haven't actually done this. I'm assuming you apply this now. Yeah. Boom. You apply it to all of them. Plant seeds. I think the only thing, yeah, we have potatoes. And I think it uses 3 of your seeds. So right now I have 6 potatoes. So I'm only going to actually be able to plant 2 of these for now. And I will need more seeds. So I will actually need to do quite a bit more. It's gonna take 40 minutes to grow. 3 requirement. I think you have a chance to get seeds back. Maybe. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna get from that, but hopefully those last. Because if they die, you don't actually get the XP, nor do you get the potatoes. I think the potatoes can be used for something, but I think you get a chance for seeds back. In mastery, did I see it? Yeah, so at level 11, receive up to 1 ointment or herb seed from harvest. So I think it's a random one, maybe. Maybe it's not even the specific herb, but you have to get it leveled up first, which right now, I mean, we're level 1 with everything. I mean, we have no mastery whatsoever in anything with farming. So that's going to take a little bit of probably farming those, and I honestly don't have many. Actually, I have no more. I can't plant anything else. Like, I don't have seeds. So I'm kind of in that weird spot where I kind of need to get back to woodcutting. So I may end up getting myself on a little bit of that here soon. And I'm going to probably have a couple farming levels, you know, at least by the time we come back. I might even do a little bit of fletching. Try to at least make all my arrows into, or all my arrow shafts into arrows. To possibly just clear up some space in my inventory. Actually, that won't really clear up all that much space, but why not? You know, let's just do it. But let's do a little bit of combat. I want to check it out. I've been trying to use up my shrimp. However, for this is what food you're using and the auto eat here. So when I'm at 40% HP, oh sorry, it'll when you fall below 20% of your HP, it'll heal you. So that's all that is. I want to try to do a dungeon. I know we tried the chicken coop before. I have to make sure I do not die. This is the only thing. The first bit is easy. For coming here, we're basically back on the strength training. So actually, let's run real quick. Let's just pop on. Yeah, you can't just do it from there. And quick select and throw on your other one. Let's put that on because we're gonna get back on that strength till probably 30. Get attack to 30. I'm going to get these two to 40 before I do much more defense, probably. Is most likely going to be the play. And then I plan to get defense to 40, just one jump, and then make some decent armor. And I'm not going to make new armor for a while, probably. And we'll get back, you know, into combat, going pretty hard. So yeah, now we have the right thing. Let's do it now. We have a chance to get an egg chest, which I think realistically, yeah, gives feathers. It'll probably be our best way to get feathers to get the rest of the feathers I need. Realistically, though, this isn't going to be a super effective thing to do. But our max hit is, I wanted to show you guys how things are going, and we can actually throw on our prayer real quick too. We actually have new prayer because we leveled up because I buried all those bones. I totally forgot that we would get new stuff. So this is all melee accuracy. So realistically, let's go strength boost and melee accuracy. We'll put those on. And every prayer point you use, you gain prayer XP. And I have quite a bit, so might as well use them. So my max hit with this on is 62. We haven't even taken damage yet. I have a 97% chance to hit these guys, and I want to say, yeah, they only have a 21% chance to hit me. And this one actually only has 60. This is the boss, however. The mama chicken. Wow, that dungeon was a lot easier. So if I grinded that, and if there's a pretty much no chance I'm gonna get hit. What's its max hit? 52. So it does do some damage. And it could knock me out without me eating. So AFKing a dungeon is not the plan. However, with its low chance to hit me, I'd probably be okay. But again, it could combo me out. Because if I don't hit that threshold, again, automatically fills your HP up to 40% when you fall below 20% HP. So if I never fall below 20% HP and it knocks me out, you know, I'm screwed. So I'd want to be careful with that. It's cool to get the dungeon out of the way. It's 2 HP left. Come on. There we go. Dungeon complete. Our first dungeon. Rewards go to the bank. There's a setting to auto reset the dungeon settings. Yeah, that's scary though. Let's not do that. I don't actually know where even the settings are. Probably out there somewhere. Not worried about it because I'm not planning to do it. But here's the egg. It sells for a little bit, but if you can also gain a bunch of them, we open it up and get 187 feathers. That's not a bad way to gain feathers. I don't think it's the best combat XP. What's the next dungeon? 71 highest combat? Yeah, we're not ready for that. We'll do some more dungeons next, not necessarily next episode, but when I get my combat up to basically base 40 stats, I'll try something else. Maybe we'll go for the graveyard. I want to do the spider forest really bad. Inside of here, I'm literally in that tab. Just close it. Amulet of looting you can get from the spider forest dungeon, and it basically, instead of having to claim loot after you get items before you just waste things, it'll actually do it for you, which is really cool. I can't actually turn those off out of combat. But obviously that's a little rough to get going. Anyways, I think that's pretty much an update on how the account's going. Working on a bit of smithing. Overnight, I might do mining again, to be honest. I think it's going to be the play. I think I just do mining on coal. I'll buy probably more of those gloves. Those gloves are getting expensive because I don't have a ton of money. Although, you got to think, I do really have money because I have all those gem gloves I can use, which I could even use while I'm doing that too. But I like to, when I'm mining the coal, I like to use the mining gloves because if I get bonus, I'm getting quite a bit more. It really helps out because you get 2 times, and if you get bonus, you actually get 4 times the normal rate because it doubles off of that. So it's really nice. And I mean, to use all of this mithril ore at like the current rate, say it was 200k, you need 4 coal for every one of these you use. So that's 800k coal ore you'd need, which is just crazy, absolutely crazy. But we got compost now. We're doing that, so I'm going to keep an eye on farming, kind of do that a bit. In the meantime, definitely update you guys on that. Once we can get more stuff going, we'll be in a better shape. But like I said, we're going to go chill on some wood cutting. Again, I did actually upgrade as well real quick. I did poke up my fire liking so I could get more fish, because you get more XP actually for cooking. The higher level it is, you get a 15% bonus because I have this. Every one seemed to go up 5, so it's pretty sweet. The next one would be to grind for the maple one, which we just started being able to cut. I didn't actually cut any yet, but I need more willow too right now. So I need teak too, or no, I don't. I should be okay at teak. So what I'm probably do is, honestly, because I want to get some more willow logs, I'm gonna probably set it up something like that. Kind of let it go. Once we hit 50, I'll then be able to. What am I saying? I'll then be able to buy the new axe, which will be nice. And then again, overnight, probably do some either mining, maybe even smithing overnight, because that is going to take a very long time to work through all that. So I would actually probably be able to go through the night without really any XP waste. But I kind of wanted to mine like one more night's worth before I did that. But I'm sure, I mean, smithing seems to be slow right now to make those bars, so I don't think I'd even make. I think it'd be safe to say I could sleep the whole night and not XP waste at all. So we'll see. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. A little up in the air, but anyways, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please take a second, smack that like button, and as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.